Well, welcome to New Smyrna Speedway, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen of all ages. Welcome to round number 9 of the Coffee Cup Espresso Series here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. As always, my name is Upstate Al, proud to bring you all tonight's action here at the New Smyrna Speedway for Holl Sheet Metal Night for the Coffee Cup Racing League's Espresso Super Series. Round number 9, like I said, just 2 rounds remaining after tonight as we are here in New Smyrna with just under a half-mile racetrack, home of the World Series of Racing during the month of February. Well, we're here in June on a nice, cool 70-degree night here in Central Florida. I want to welcome everybody on in here once again as we get ready to go with tonight's racing action. Last week, it was Dr. Noise Custom Graphics and Diecasts, and it was the number 39 of Bill Martin picking up the win. Joe Schaefer would come home second, and Craig Tully rounding out your top 3. Taking a quick look at your current point standings coming in here tonight, presented by Holl Sheet Metal. It is Joe Schaefer with a 17-point lead over the Green Mountain Madman of A.J. Hamill in car number 18. Bill Martin comes in third in the standings. Matt Eddy and Jim McIntyre rounding out your top 5 here in the championship standings. Well, we are getting ready to gear up for 100 laps of action here tonight for Holl Sheet Metal Night. And let me tell you what, if you have any needs for your air conditioning or heating system, well, look no further than Holl Sheet Metal, as they take pride in their fast, efficient heating and cooling repairs. They serve residential and commercial sites since 1932. There's no problem that will catch them off guard, and no heating and air system that is unknown to them. For more information, look up Holl Sheet Metal. Right now, we have 14 drivers logged in here tonight to do battle for you to put on what will be a great show here on the New Smyrna Speedway. And this track already proven to be a little bit tricky, but up on the front of this one in practice, it is Joe Schaefer who set the fast time here tonight. But tonight is all about going to keep those tires cool, stay out of trouble, as we have a few more haulers starting to pull into the race speedway as we get ready to go with tonight's 100 lapper. I want to thank everybody for tuning on in here as we get ready to go racing. As we always do, we want to take a moment and ask you to hit that little subscribe button there on the YouTube side if it's your first time watching the Coffee Cup Espresso Series. Hit that subscribe button as the Turn 3 Racing Network chases 2,000 subscriptions here tonight. I want to thank everybody for tuning on in as always as the cars get ready to go. Bill Martin unloading the narf.org number 39 in the pits right now. A little bit late to the racetrack. He will be definitely in the running here tonight. It'll be a McIntyre front row, I can tell you that. It's Johnny McIntyre in the 02. We'll start on the front row. Jimmy McIntyre in that number 81 is slated to start on the outside pole here tonight. at New Smyrna, virtue of the handicap. And remember, that is how the field is set here for the Coffee Cup Racing League in the Espresso Super Series. They set the lineup based off of your last 3 finishes. They use the handicap. Highest handicap starts up front all the way down. So we'll see where everybody will stack up based off of the last 3 races, which was Bull Ring for the Mid-Season Championship. Then we were at Langley for the Dollar Beer Night, and Dr. Noise Custom and Paint last week at the Nashville's Fairgrounds Speedway. Cars getting ready to grid up onto the racetrack, and as they do that, let's bring you tonight's starting lineup here on the, as the cars are all sitting there on pit road. You see them right there, and this is your starting lineup. Starting on the pole in car number 02 out of upstate New York, it is the car number 02 out of Boonville, New York, the McIntyre Motorsports, number 02 of Johnny McIntyre. Outside of him, the driver out of the Krogan, New York, and the Misfits Motorsports, number 81, it is Jimmy McIntyre. Rolling off on the inside of row number 2 out of Harrison, Ohio, in the Rebel City Wreckers, Rockwell Medical, Team Airwolf, car number 71, it is Jeremy Watkins. On the outside of him in car number 39 out of Madison, Wisconsin, the Native American Rights Fund, GSM Racing, car number 39, it is Bill Martin. Rolling off 5th here tonight out of Morrisville, Vermont, in the Arts Barbershop Empire Racing Team, car number 18 NY, it is A.J. Hamill. Starting to his outside in car number 45 out of Wilton, New York, the unsponsored Smith Racing Inc. entry, it is Justin Smith. 7th starting grid out of Sussex, Wisconsin, the Epic Media Dr. Noise Paint and Diecast, GSM Racing, car number 6, it is Joe Schaefer. Craig Tully in car number 5 will roll off in spot number 8 and out of Porters Lake, Nova Scotia, in the Roma Brothers Racing, car number 5, it will be Craig Tully. Matt Eddy in car number 88 will roll off in spot number 9, and he hails from Sanford, Michigan, in the Holl Racing Eddy Performance Solution. Car number 88, it is Matthew Eddy. Outside of him in car number 38 out of West Chesapeake, Nova Scotia, in the RBR Roma Racing Brothers, number 38, it is Travis Roma. Chris Roma, Doug Wasowski, Ken Farmer, Andy Lambert, Jeremy Watkins, and Travis Roma round out your field as the field comes down. Green flag is up, and we are underway. Down in the turn number 1 they go here, working down the backstretch. It'll be Jimmy McIntyre putting the nose out front, but here comes Johnny McIntyre to the inside. He'll have the preferred line through turns 3 and 4. A slight contact there for McIntyre. Everybody keeps it pointed in the right direction. Jimmy McIntyre leads the field. Bill Martin now working to the outside. Now tries to swing to the inside. Bill Martin in that number 39 automobile trying to make a move as they work here through the corner. 3 wide behind him in the back. There's Justin Smith on the outside. Craig Tully's going to get sideways. Tully somehow, now the yellow flag will come out. And while the caution is out, we're going to step away for one moment here. You're watching the Coffee Cup Racing League here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. and welcome back here to the new Smyrna Speedway. Let's take a look and see what brought out our first yellow flag of the evening. It was for Craig Tully. So we see him working here. They were 3 wide, and this Roma teammate gets into him. Heavy left front contact to the number 5 of Craig Tully, and Tully's going to have to start at the back of the field after this yellow flag. They were 3 wide, which is, well, that's kind of a no. You cannot do that here at the new Smyrna Speedway as we come back to live pictures as we ride on board with your race leader of Jimmy McIntyre as he paces behind the pace car. Driven by Art Hamill here tonight, the race director, Charlie Smith, up in here in mission control. Is now the field will double up as we get ready to go back racing. Jimmy McIntyre up on the front row. This one, Johnny McIntyre to the inside. We saw Jimmy get a great launch on the outside on the initial start. Bill Martin, AJ Hamill runs there in spots 3 and 4. It's Joe Schaefer and Justin Smith. Green flag is up and we are underway. Down in the turn number 1 they go. Jimmy McIntyre is going to clear him. Here comes Bill Martin to the back bumpers. They work down the back stretch. 2 by 2 behind your race leader of McIntyre. Bill Martin works the bottom of the racetrack. Here comes Joe Schaefer, and at number 6, he gets by his championship rival of A.J. Hamill in car number 18. Hamill works the bottom of the racetrack right in front of the 45 of Smith as they all chase the 83 of Chris Roma, who runs in spot number 5. Roma now gets underneath the number 02. Up the racetrack is Johnny McIntyre as they work down the front stretch. 1 car up the racetrack. That's the 83 of Chris Roma. Hard contact with the outside retaining wall. Everybody keeps it pointed in the right direction. Caught that one at the tail end of it. Did not see what happened to bring out that action. Roma very slow here on the front stretch. That car is wounded for sure. Is all eyes back to the front of this one. It's top 3 cars. Jimmy McIntyre up the racetrack. Here comes Bill Martin. Bill Martin looking to go back to back here tonight as he is hounding your race leader. We go on board with the Dr. Noise Custom and Graphics Diecast onboard camera with Bill Martin as he runs in your number 2 spot. They work down the back stretch as now Joe Schaefer has come in there. 3-car battle. Then you got to go back about 2 seconds to get to the 02 of Johnny McIntyre as Bill Martin takes a peek to the inside. Jimmy McIntyre doing a good job of keeping it in front of the 39, but now Bill Martin has a bit to the inside down the backstretch. Martin down to the inside, change for your race lead through turns 3 and 4. McIntyre gets back on the gas, drag race down the front stretch. McIntyre will have the preferred line getting into turns 1 and 2. Can he get the car to rotate and get back to the gas? Half a car now here. Bill Martin will take sole possession of your race lead as he brings the 6 of Schaefer with him. Joe Schaefer going to take the Epic Media car to the number 2 spot as Jimmy McIntyre has led the first 14 laps of this feature event. Here on Holl Sheet Metal, a little bit more deeper in the back now. A.J. Hamill trying to get around the 02 of Johnny McIntyre. You can see him working underneath him off of turn number 4 as they work down the front stretch. AJ Hamill up high, now cuts it down low. He's trying to find a way to get by the 02 of Johnny McIntyre. McIntyre holding that line now. AJ Hamill will run down the front stretch, takes a peek to the inside. He will get down there in the turn number 1. McIntyre holds them down to close down the backstretch. They will come. This is a great battle for the 4th position. See A.J. Hamill doing a good job trying to get that car to pivot to get around the 02 of Johnny McIntyre. Has a peek down low, can't quite do anything with him in the turn number 3. Up front of it still Bill Martin showing the way, but he has got the pressure from Schaefer. Now on the outside, here comes A.J. Hamill. Hamill trying to make the outside work, couldn't quite make it happen that time in turns 1 and 2. Now he'll try it to the outside in 3 and 4. Here comes the 45 of Smith as he brings the 88 of Matt Eddy and the 8 of Andy Lambert. Lambert up 6 spots, and right behind him, making his first start of the season, the 69 of Jeremy Carpenter. Carpenter out there for the first time, had to get the car rebuilt, a little bit more bumper contact. Everybody has to check up, and Matt Eddy up the racetrack. Everybody keeping it under there to Craig Tully in at number 5. He's making his charge back towards the front. Remember, he brought out the first yellow flag as he goes wheel to wheel with the 69 of Jeremy Carpenter. Tully now cracking into the 9th spot, trying to move forward as A.J. Hamill still hounds the back bumper. So we go on board with the Holl sheet metal onboard camera with A.J. Hamill. See him work the outside of the racetrack trying to get the momentum. You can see the 45 dipping down low behind him. A.J. Hamill with the momentum on the backstretch, but can't do anything with it as they enter turns 3 and 4. Great battle now. Justin Smith down to the inside. All this happening in about 5 seconds behind your race leader of Bill Martin, who is out front as we are a quarter of the way in to this 100-lap Holl sheet metal feature event. A.J. Hamill with another peek to the inside. Couldn't quite do it. Now McIntyre up the racetrack. That's going to open the inside line for A.J. Hamill. So we go from the eye in the sky here high above the Holl sheet metal air conditioning. Eye in the sky here tonight at the new Smyrna Speedway. Now you see Matt Eddy. He's starting to put the pressure to the 45 of Justin Smith. Justin Smith trying now to find a way around the 45 is now Hamill starting to stretch the advantage over the 0-2 of Johnny McIntyre. Race leaders coming off turn number 4 right now as they work down the front stretch. Everybody doing a great job. Let's watch that battle for a few laps here. Down the backstretch they go. It'll be the 39 of Bill Martin showing the way, but he has the pressure from your current points leader here headed into round number 9. Joe Schaefer right there all over the back bumper, the 2 teammates of the GSM Racing team running 1-2 as they work down the backstretch. Jimmy McIntyre runs a solid 3rd. 4th spot, A.J. Hamill. Back to the battle for the 5th spot. Justin Smith would like it. Johnny McIntyre would like to hold on it with his AC accelerated 0-2 sponsored entry. Craig Tully now has gotten around Carpenter. Johnny McIntyre up the racetrack. That leaves the inside line open. 40-45 of Smith, but Smith unable to fill that hole. And now Matt Eddy takes the peak to the inside. Matt Eddy trying to find a way around both the 45 and the 0-2. As they work down here, they know that they're losing ground to their race leaders, who are some 7 seconds in front of them. Jeremy Carpenter runs in that 9th spot as we are talking about here. Right here, the 69 of Carpenter showing the way in the 9th spot. His first start of the season. Had a computer issue go down, had to build a new computer, and as you know, it is near impossible to find computer parts right now. It's contact with the 38 of Travis Roma, and the 69 is sideways. Yellow flag is out, and as Carpenter waits for the field to go by, he should be able to fire it up. He does and pulls away, but a tough break for the driver of that number 69 of Jeremy Carpenter. Just got his computer back this weekend. Spent the last couple days downloading everything. Glad to see he has made the tow to New Smyrna. Appreciate you tuning in here there, Mr. Ruski. Glad to have you on board. Yeah, it's been a busy week here as Doug Wazowski in that number 34 is going to get the Holl Sheet Metal Freeze Pass. And he will get back on the lead lap. The driver of the number 34 out of Bellevue, Michigan. Doug is one of the best guys out there that you'll ever meet on the sim racing. Everybody has high regards for the driver of that number 34. And he is back on the lead lap. We got some takers on pit road. Bill Martin coming down pit road, giving up the lead. AJ Hamill also coming into pit road. We'll see what work they do. The right sides both going up on those race cars. So these drivers do have an extra set of Mr. Feelgoods on pit road here tonight. Right sides are done in a way. Now the left side's going up. Crews very evenly working here. Who will get off of pit road first? The car is down the way. Bill Martin will. Him and Andy Lambert are also on pit road. Andy Lambert in that Priority Auto car number 8 VT. He will get off pit road after doing a little speed. I'm pretty sure that Smokey will take and get him with a speeding penalty, but no harm, no foul. Now Craig Tully in that number 5 will come down pit road. So the field is going to come off the corner, and we'll get them lined back up. That will give the race lead to the 6 of Joe Schaefer. Schaefer showing the way. Jimmy McIntyre runs in spot number 2. That'll put the number 02 of Johnny McIntyre in spot number 3. Justin Smith and Matt Eddy rounding out your top 5. Running 6 will be Travis Roman, car number 38. Ken Farmer in that number 59. Good to see Ken out there. Missed him in the last few weeks there in the Holl Sheet Metal. Coleman, number 59. Glad to see Ken back out there on the racetrack with the Espresso Super Series. Having a good showing so far, up 6 spots here tonight with car number 59. The 71 of Jeremy Watkins will line up 8th. Then we have the drivers that came down pit road. As the green flag is back up, we're back underway. Schaefer will clear the 81 of McIntyre. Down in the turn number 1 they go. Only one car out of the race. The 83 of Chris Roma has taken it behind the wall. So a tough night for the driver of that number 83 of Roma. Everybody doing a good job here, getting the back through. Jeremy Watkins working the outside. Here comes AJ Hamill. Hamill has 4 fresh tires trying to work around Ken Farmer. AJ Hamill takes the outside of the racetrack. Bill Martin also with fresh tires, also going to try to use the outside. They work down the front stretch. AJ Hamill restarted back in the 12th spot, all the way back inside the top 10. He's 8th, now 7th as he goes around Jeremy Watkins. Watkins in car number 71 works the bottom of the racetrack. Bill Martin will also bypass the 71 of Watkins as they work towards the front. Next one on the hit list will be the 38 of Travis Roma as they work down the back stretch. It'll be Hamill. He takes a peek to the outside. Here comes Bill Martin to the inside. As they all race through the corner. Up front, it is still Schaefer by almost a second over Jimmy McIntyre in the Best Colorful Creations car number 81. As we watch the battle, AJ Hamill really rolling the outside of the racetrack. He is now up to 7th. Make it 6th spot as he heads turn number 3. Travis Roma down to the inside. He's got the 39 of Bill Martin. Martin trying to think about making it 3 wide. Thought better of it. He will live to race another day. All the way back into the 6th spot. Now AJ Hamill works to the outside of the 45 of Justin Smith. Smith having a great run here tonight at New Smyrna as he works the outside. I believe this might be his 2nd trip here to the Florida racetrack. AJ Hamill works the outside. He'll make the 45 to the inside. Then AJ Hamill cracking the top 5 here after the restart. Next one on the list will be the Holl Performance Eddy Performing Solutions. Car number 88, the driver out of Michigan. As we go on board looking forward off of AJ Hamill's automobile. Hamill able to really get into the corner. You see him get underneath the 88 of Eddy up the racetrack, and Hamill is going to bypass him. So now Hamill up to that 4th spot. A.J. Hamill crawling towards the front of this one as they all are stacked up. Then turns 3 and 4. Matt Eddy on the outside. Bill Martin working to the inside of him as well. Now A.J. Hamill is going to swing to the outside. Hamill to the outside off of turn number 2. Now to the inside in the turn 3. Single file fashion. Unable to do anything with Johnny McIntyre that time by. But here comes Bill Martin. Bill Martin says, I gotta go. Down in the turn 1 they go. A.J. Hamill to the outside. Going to use the slower car, the 0-2 of Johnny McIntyre as a pick. But McIntyre runs up the racetrack, taking a line away from Hamill. Hamill down to the outside. Now Bill Martin will take him by the 0-2. So move Martin to 3rd as A.J. Hamill still trying to find a way around the 0-2 of McIntyre. Now it takes a peek to the inside in the turns 3 and 4. Up the racetrack will go McIntyre. A.J. Hamill will now get by him into the 4th spot and set sail, trying to catch the 39 of Bill Martin. This battle happening some 4 seconds behind Joe Schaefer here just past the halfway point. As we take a look at your running order, at the past the halfway point, Joe Schaefer is your current race leader in that number 6 automobile. He has led it since taking over once Bill Martin came down pit road back on lap 42. Jimmy McIntyre runs 2nd out of Krogan, New York, as he's got a very fast automobile here tonight with a very colorful, Best Colorful Creations, number 81. Right behind him, Bill Martin. We know he came down on pit road on lap 36. Now we'll move into that number 2 spot. Running 4th is the A.J. Hamill, the Green Mountain Madman. Runs in the 4th spot as he closes in on that battle for 3rd. 5th spot, Johnny McIntyre. 6th spot will go to the driver out of Sanford, Michigan, Matt Eddy, the 40-year-old chauffeur. Doing a great job here trying to find a way around John McIntyre. 7th spot is the number 38 of Travis Roma. 8th spot belongs to the 45 of Justin Smith as he's under pressure from the 5 of Craig Tully. Tully working the outside. Smith will give way down the backstretch. But now yellow flag is out as the 0-2 of McIntyre is upside down. And yellow flag is out. Johnny McIntyre going for a ride down the backstretch. Able to land back on the wheels and get pulled back away. Let's take a look and see what happened to bring out this yellow flag. They work down the backstretch. You can see the 88 to the outside. And oh, McIntyre, both of them hard contact on the outside. We will see if we can get a better view of that incident. Let's take a look from the Holl sheet metal blimp cam here as they work off of turn number 2. You can see Matt Eddy on the outside. Oh, they just met maybe slight net code, and that sent the 02 up into the outside wall and the 88 of Matt Eddy nowhere else to go. And the short end of the stick will go to both of them, as we have multiple drivers coming down pit road as we come back to live pictures here on the front stretch. Jeremy Watkins coming down pit road, your race leader of Joe Schaefer is already been down and in. I believe he has taken 4 tires. He will line up in that 6th position. Jeremy Carpenter staying out. He'll line up in 5th. Justin Smith has not come down pit road just yet. He is the only driver inside of the top 5 that has not come down pit road. Well, let me stand corrected, as Jeremy Carpenter was also. He peels off the racetrack right now. This one going by very quick, and while we have a moment, we would like to take a moment and thank the sponsors of the Espresso Super Series here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. And it is brought to you by Dr. Noise Custom Graphics and Diecast, and they have promised to show an Alan Kowicki tribute car. So make sure you follow Dr. Noise Custom Graphics and Diecast on the Facebook and look at his his diecast that he's going to have coming out there. You could own one of these race cars, and man, I can tell you, they look great. How about tonight's presenting sponsor, Holl Sheet Metal Heating and Air Conditioning? Are you having issues with your home heating and air conditioning or your business heating and air conditioning? Well, Holl Sheet Metal has never seen a system that they don't know, and they can fix your problem. Holl Sheet Metal Heating and Air Conditioning. Misfit Motorsports, driver of the 81 and 88 Empire Racing Team. Arts Barbershop and Eddie's Performance Solution. All right, we're going to go back green flag racing this time off of turn number 4. It'll be 40 laps to go. Green flag is up. We are underway. The 45 spins the tires as Bill Martin launches out to the front of this one. Craig Tilley runs in spot number 3, but he's got a number 6, Joe Schaefer, and Schaefer has got about 20 lap fresher tires. He will have to be patient trying to get by these cars in front of him. Down in the turn 1 they go. It'll be the 6 of Schaefer to the inside, taking the 3rd spot away from the number 80, the 5 of Tully. Jamie McIntyre marching his way back towards the front now as they come off the corner number 4 and down the front stretch. Schaefer right there behind the number 18 of A.J. Hamill, cuts underneath them down the backstretch. This is the bid for second. A.J. Hamill will crawl back in line behind the number 6 of Schaefer as Jimmy McIntyre has made it back to the 4th spot. One car sliding at the back of the field. I believe that was John McIntyre. He has gotten it pointed back in the right direction, I do believe, as the field will bear down on him off of turn number 4. We stay green. Tough break for the 0-2 of John McIntyre. Is now Jimmy McIntyre starts to put the pressure to A.J. Hamill. This is the bid for 3rd. Up front, though, we got to keep an eye on it. It is the battle for your race lead in turns 3 and 4. McIntyre will get into 3rd, passing the 18 of Hamill. Hamill with a bit back to the inside. Can't do nothing with it in the turns 1 and 2. As now Schaefer takes a bit to the inside. Drag race in the turn number 3. Schaefer takes the lead in 3 and 4. They work off the corner. Joe Schaefer, your new race leader. Everybody doing a great job. Travis Roman now inside the top 5 here. So tire strategy and pit strategy playing off for some drivers and not so much for others as they work around the racetrack. Bill Martin still holds 2nd. 3rd is Jimmy McIntyre. Matt Eddy is 4th. And Travis Roma rounding out your top 5. One spot outside of a top 5 is the 18 NY of A.J. Hamill. Craig Tully runs 7th. Jeremy Watkins with a solid top 10 run once again here tonight with the Coffee Cup Espresso Series. He runs in that 8th position. 9th spot is the 45 of Justin Smith, but he is being hounded by the tech inspector to Devil's Bowl Speedway in West Haven, Vermont. That is Jeremy Carpenter. Carpenter trying to do the crossover move off turn number 2. Couldn't quite make it work as they head into turn number 3. One spot outside that top 10 is the 59 of Ken Farmer. And Farmer having a quiet but solid night here tonight at the new Smyrna Speedway. He wears underneath the 45 of Justin Smith. Smith going to give up the position there. Smith on the initial tires. I believe he is the only driver out there that has not come down pit road as of right now. But up front, Joe Schaefer still shows the way as they work off the corner. Number 4 and down the front stretch past the Holl Sheet Metal. Jimmy McIntyre catching the backside of Bill Martin. Will he be able to make a move off of turn number 2 and down the back stretch? Everybody really single filing it out here. Here as we close in on 25 laps to go. Have to report that the 0-2 of John McIntyre, unfortunate ending to his night. We saw him go up and over. Tar has terminal damage and they have taken the 0-2 behind the wall. But no worries, we will see him next week as we head to South Boston Speedway, one of my favorite racetracks. Next time by, it'll be 25 laps to go for this man, the driver out of Sussex, Wisconsin. The number 6 will cross the line, 25 laps to go, but the battle is for second. Jimmy McIntyre all over. So we go on board with the in-car camera presented by Holl Sheet Metal. You see the battle there. Jimmy McIntyre, fresher tires here, but unable to make a move as of right now. As McIntyre trying to find a way as he's trying to get by the 39 of Martin. As he does that, Matt Eddy and Travis Roma are quickly catching the backside of this battle. Now McIntyre gets a run down the backstretch. Can he have position on Bill Martin? Bill Martin up on the outside. Jimmy McIntyre to second spot. He'll move past the 39 of Bill Martin. Martin will slide back in behind the Best Colorful Creation, number 81. As they work down the backstretch, can McIntyre catch Joe Schaefer? Will we see another yellow flag? Anything is possible as they work down the front stretch. 21 laps to go. McIntyre a little bit out of shape as he enters turns 1 and 2, but a bid for your second or your fourth spot is Matt Eddy under fire from the RBR Racing number 38 of Travis Roma. Travis Roma trying to make a move on the Holl Performance Eddy or Holl Racing Eddy Performance Solution number 88 Michigan. This driver out of Sanford, Michigan, having a great run here as they head into turns 3 and 4. He is going to try to pass the 39 of Bill Martin. This one quickly coming to a close. 3.6 seconds is your race lead over Jimmy McIntyre as we watch this battle here. This is for third, fourth, and fifth. Everybody doing a great job now as they work down the back stretch. Let's go a little bit further in the field. AJ Hamill runs in that 6th spot just ahead of the 5 of Craig Tully. Jeremy Watkins runs 8th as he's closing in on the backside of the number 5 of Tully. Right behind him, the driver of the 69 of Jeremy Carpenter, Ken Farmer, inside the top 10 now as he has gotten by the 8 VT of Andy Lambert. Lambert works down the backstretch and that number 8 working into the corner. Doing a great job here trying to close in on Ken Farmer. Right behind them, the 45 of Justin Smith and Doug Wasowski. Just going down 1 lap to your race leader, Joe Schaefer. That is the cars remaining out on the racetrack. As Jimmy McIntyre will slide underneath Wasowski now. As that battle for the 3rd position is over, Matt Eddy has gotten by Bill Martin. Here with 14 laps to go, Travis Roma also knocking the 39 of Bill Martin back to 5th. Everybody doing a great job. They work off the corner. Here is now Roma really starting to put the hot plate to the backside of the 88 of Matt Eddy. Field really getting stretched out here as we go high above watching this battle for the 3rd position. Matt Eddy has a little bit of breathing space, but Roma really charged in the corners. But Matt Eddy able to pull away on corner exit. That time gets a little bit sideways down the backstretch. Ten laps to go for your race leader, the 6 of Joe Schaefer, as they watch the battle for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Is now AJ Hamill starting to feel the pressure. That's the battle for 6. AJ Hamill came in 17 markers behind Schaefer in the championship standings. trying to hold on to the 6th spot to try to not lose too many points headed into South Boston next week. Everybody keeping it good there now. Matt Eddy still under fire as they start to close in on the 81 of Jimmy McIntyre. McIntyre, Nut Bellis, colorful creation, car number 81, runs in spot number 2. Meanwhile, up front, on cruise control, it is the number 6 of Joe Schaefer, just putting the driver out of Wilton, New York, down 1 lap to him. Schaefer doing a good job working the outside of the racetrack. Six to go for the 6 of Joe Schaefer. Jimmy McIntyre runs in spot number 2. And right behind him, it'll be the number 88 of Matt Eddy. Is now Bill Martin and Travis Roma will do battle down here in the turn 3. Martin works the outside of the racetrack, now trying to do the crossover move off turn number 4 with 5 laps to go. 5 to go for Joe Schaefer. A.J. Hamill still holding on to that 6th spot. Craig Tully 7th. Jeremy Watkins and Jeremy Carpenter and Ken Farmer rounding out your top 10 as a side-by-side battle off of turn number 4 for spot number 4. Bill Martin gets the momentum down the front stretch. Travis Roma down low. Got to wonder if charging the corners has really taken its toll on the RBR number 38. Bill Martin able to work the outside of the racetrack. Slight contact in the turn 3 between Roma and Martin. Everybody keeps it pointing in the right direction. 3 laps to go. Entering turn number 3, this time off of turn 4. They'll see the popsicle sticks as they will flash underneath the stand. 2 laps to go for Schaefer. Joe Schaefer, 4.8 second lead over your second place driver. Does not have to push the issue as they are battling hard in front of him for that 10th position. Off of turn number 4, white flag is out. Final trip around the half mile for Joe Schaefer. Schaefer nice and clean through turns 1 and 2 and down the backstretch. Here they come for the final time in the turn number 3. Off of turn 4, it will be the number 6 of Joe Schaefer picking up the win. Coming across the line in second will be the 81, Jimmy McIntyre. Holding on to that 3rd and final podium spot will be Matt Eddy, Bill Martin, Travis Roma, rounding out your top 5. A.J. Hamill across the line in 6th, Craig Tully 7th, Jeremy Carpenter with a top 10 in the 8th spot, 9th, Jeremy Watkins, and the 59 of Ken Farmer, rounding out your top 10. Andy Lambert, Justin Smith, Doug Wasaki, John McIntyre, and Chris Roma rounding out your field as the fireworks will go off down in turns 3 and 4. Joe Schaefer has parked it on the front stretch, and as he does that, we will be right back with the Holl Sheet Metal Heating and Air Conditioning post-race show.
iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12-Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
Welcome back to a quiet new Smyrna Speedway where you just saw the Holl Sheet Metal 100 take place here, and we have caught up down here on the front stretch with your race winner, the driver of the number 6 of Joe Schaefer. And Joe, you are out there here tonight running very well. You had the start back in spot number 7. How'd you make it back to the front here and take this win?
Really, I mean, it came down to tires. Thank God we had that caution with about 40 to go. A couple guys, Bill and AJ, went down on lap 35, and just in team speak, Bill and I discussed it. And after he went, I was having major regret, thinking that I should have gone too. And sure enough, 15 laps later, Bill was a half a second faster than me per lap. So without that caution, he'd have been 5 seconds ahead of me at the finish instead of being reversed like it was.
Is it tough while you're out there? You got an extra set of tires in the race in the pits. You go green for the first 36 laps, and you know that this new Smyrna racetrack usually provides a lot of long green flag runs. Were you a little bit nervous that we might not get another yellow flag after that initial one?
Definitely. Especially after 10 to 15 laps went by after that restart. Usually that's enough time for the new tires to clear themselves of people on old tires, and everybody's single file. I was starting to have major regret and looking at 4th, 5th, maybe even 6th in the standings for the finishing order, and I abused it too early on racing with Bill. I destroyed the right front, and every now and then I get lucky on a tire strategy deal, and today was finally one of those nights.
Well, this is going to be your 5th win on the season. You came in 17 markers ahead of AJ Hamill, so you should stretch out that advantage. Hamill finishing 6th here tonight. Looking at the last 2 races of the season, you got the wild card, which is named after my old nickname up here, the Boss Man's Hammer Night at South Boston next week, and then we wrap it up with a 200-lap affair at North Wilkesboro. South Boston really being the wild card, and you're going to have to start virtue of the handicap a little bit deeper in the field there. Are you a little bit nervous headed into next week?
Yes and no. Not so much about the track, but the way the track races, I guess. It's that front stretch and back stretch, there is no room for error. So if you get loose off the corner or somebody else gets loose in front of you, you got the track blocked immediately, and that's something to worry about starting back in traffic. Who knows what the points cushion is going to be like, and who knows how big of a field we're going to have. Next week might be one of those weeks where patience pays off, and accepting 5th place instead of trying to fight for the win or really forcing the issue might end up being the right call.
Well, you're going to come out of here with your 5th win of the season. You've had a great season so far up to this point here tonight. So overall, great job here. I feel like we're talking every week, which is a good sign that you're consistently up in the front of this one. But who makes it all possible behind the scenes for this GSM Racing number 6?
I think Epic Media, as always. Dr. Noise Custom Diecast and Design. Thanks to Holl Sheet Metal for sponsoring the race tonight. Found that out beforehand, and I'm remembering to plug it, so make a mental note of that. as brownie points. And thanks to you for putting on the show, and AJ for running the league.
Well, congratulations on the win here tonight, Joe. And that is your 5th win of the season. That is your race winner, the number 6 of Joe Schaefer. As now we move down here on the front stretch, we'll slide down just a little bit, and we'll catch up with the driver who comes home with a career best in the Coffee Cup race tonight, the number 81, the driver out of Krogan, New York, Jimmy McIntyre. And Jimmy, you worked yourself up through there, used a little bit of the tire strategy like Joe Schaefer did to come home with the number 2 spot. Talk us through your race here tonight and how'd you make it all possible?
Yeah, pretty much like what Joe said. I was nervous when I saw Bill and AJ go in and take tires earlier on, and like he said, I was kind of regretting it too, especially when I see how quick they blew my doors in coming back around. So like Joe, I was thankful for that other caution, and once I saw him going in, I was right behind him.
We saw a lot of great battles there throughout the field, and talk about how just difficult it seemed to pass out there. We saw you on your older tires, the faster guys coming. How tricky is that as a driver to watch your mirror, but also watch in front of you so you don't mow the guy that's over in front of you when you have the speed difference between fresh and old tires?
A lot. For me, it's just a lot of give and take. Like when Bill and AJ were coming with me, I wasn't going to force the issue. I knew they were on pressure tires, so I just kind of moved up, let them go. There ain't no sense of letting something bad happen when I know they're faster. And then like when I had fresher tires, it was just patience, waiting for that hole, trying to capitalize on it.
Well, you come out of here with a 2nd place finish, nothing to shake a stick at. You heard me ask Joe how he feels about the next 2 weeks. We got South Boston and then North Wilkesboro to round out the season here for the Espresso Super Series. How's the outlook for the rest of the season for you in this race team?
Well, South Boston's kind of one of my favorite tracks. I like it. It unfortunately is narrow. There's not a lot of room for error. So I think that's just going to be a lot of patience earlier in the race and wreck avoidance if there is any, and just try to move up as the race progresses.
Well, you come out of here with that 2nd place finish here, and we look forward to seeing how this 81 will do in the next couple of weeks here. But before we let you go, we roll out the red carpet. Who makes it all possible on this 81 to get you here to the racetrack each and every week?
Well, I got to give a shout out to Best Colorful Creations, Eddie's Meat Market, the whole Misfits team. We haven't had a very good last couple of races. Thankfully, Matt didn't show up, so I could rob parts from his car and make one good car out of our 2 wrecked ones from the last couple of races. I want to thank Holl Sheet Metal for sponsoring the race tonight. AJ and for putting on the league and admin, and Andy, and you for broadcasting.
Well, congratulations on your 2nd place finish. We'll hopefully be talking to you maybe in 1 week's time, maybe one spot higher at the South Boston Speedway. But until then, be well, my friend, and we'll see you at the races next week as we now walk down here on the front stretch. And let's take a look here and see if we can catch up with the number 88 of Matt Eddy. And I believe we've got a contact with you down here. Matt was just debriefing with his crew chief. And Matt, you came up through the field pretty good there after taking tires on lap 57. But you just come up a little bit short. You were reeling in that 81.
Yeah, probably lucky to be talking to you for a couple reasons. There with action off 2 there when we ended up airborne. And probably Bill should be here talking to you, but he let me go to try to run down Jimmy, and he probably could have stayed there and maybe had something for Jimmy the last few laps. I kind of burned up my stuff getting too loose off the corner a few times there at the end, trying to run him down.
Yeah, we saw that action you're talking about there between yourself and the 0-2 of Johnny McIntyre in that wreck off a turn. This is like a close quarter racing, maybe a little bit of that nasty word that we don't like to look like, a little bit of net code between your cars before you guys actually went airborne. But your crew doing a great job getting that thing pieced back together to get you back up here inside the podium.
Yeah, I figured it was pretty tore up, but we got in the pits and it wasn't too bad. Only a little bit of damage. They patched her up a little bit and got some tires and went back out there.
So you're going to come out of here with that third place finish. Going to help you out in the standings. You came in here tonight, I believe, in that fourth position. So you're going to be moving up Bill Martin right there in front of you as well. Last two races, South Boston, I'm going to say that's like the mini Talladega for short track racing where anything is possible at that little bull ring. Then we head to North Wilkesboro. Which out of the two are you looking most forward to?
Probably North Wilkesboro. I always used to like South Boston a lot, and then lately it doesn't quite drive the same as it used to, and it's always a wild card because someone turns sideways in the wrong spot and everyone can be wrecked. So North Wilkesboro's fun. You can run a few different grooves, race guys, leave some room. It'd be a lot of fun there.
Definitely will be. We look forward to that one. But before we let you go, who makes it all possible for you on this 88 team?
Holl Racing Enterprises, where I work. My brother, Eddie Performance Solutions, and the guys here at GMS. They do a GSM, whatever. I forget. I just screwed that up, huh? GSM, I believe.
Hey, they won't. They'll forgive you. You got them on the podium here. 2 cars in the podium.
Oh yeah.
Well, congratulations, Matt. It was good talking with you. We hope to see you maybe a couple spots higher next week at the South Boston Raceway.
Yep. Hopefully, have a good week.
Yes, you as well. That is the driver of the number 88 of Matt Eddy, as he'll round out the podium here tonight for the Coffee Cup Espresso Super Series. And just like that, this one has come to a close. Let's take a look at your unofficial results leaving here tonight after the Holl Sheet Metal Night for the Coffee Cup Racing League. Joe Schaefer will pick up the win over Jimmy McIntyre. Matt Eddy will come home third. Bill Martin will come home in that fourth spot. And rounding out the top 5, the driver from Nova Scotia, Travis Roma, in car number 38. The Green Mountain Madman, A.J. Himmel, will come home 6th. 7th will go to Craig Tully. Jeremy Carpenter, 8th. Jeremy Watkins in spot number 9. And Ken Farmer rounding out the top 10. Andy Lambert will come home 11th. Justin Smith, 12th. Doug Wasaki, Johnny McIntyre, and Chris Roma rounding out your field here tonight for the Espresso Super Series. As always, we want to thank all of our sponsors here tonight for the Coffee Cup, especially Holl Sheet Metal, as they were tonight's presenting sponsor. And if you have any heating or air conditioning needs, you must call Holl Sheet Metal. They can get you everything they've done. And we will go to the next one, which will be at South Boston. But leaving here, let's take a look at the unofficial point standings. Leaving here, the top 5 will stay the same, but Joe Schaefer is going to be your points leader headed in to South Boston. A.J. Hamel in spot number 2. Bill Martin, Matt Eddy, Jimmy McIntyre. Up 4 spots here tonight, leapfrogging a bunch of cars. It'll be Craig Tully in car number 5. Justin Smith, who's will slide up 1 spot, as Justin McDuff, unable to make the trip, falls 2 here tonight. John McNair, Steve Baker rounding out your top 10 in the point standings. Well, that will do it for us here at the Turn 3 Racing Network. I am always and proud to be here on the channel with you. And until next time, please remember to keep it wheels down. And we'll see you at the races. Until next time, everybody, please stay safe out there. And we will see you at the races in 2 weeks' time. Or 1 week's time, excuse me, at the South Boston Speedway for the Boss Man's Hammer 100. Well, everybody, I am Upstate Al. We'll see you next time here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Thank you for tuning on in. Good night.